Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with the one and only Mr. John Sterling. How you doing, John?
I'm doing awesome. It's an honor to be back with you again.
John, you are doing some amazing things for the entire one rental at a time community, whether it's our students, followers on YouTube. You are taking the 50-year spreadsheet to the next level. First off, it's gone from the 50 to the 52. You have added amazing data around some important things. And here recently, you've added the most important metric for folks that are looking into the future, right? I have talked about transactions crashing. I've talked about days on market going up, but all of this leads to inventory. And folks, inventory, as you will see in a minute, is stark. We have a ways to go. People calling for a housing crash on prices don't know what they're talking about. Could it happen next year? Sure. We'll talk about that next year, but it's not happening in 2022. It just can't. John, anything you want to say about the spreadsheet that you've been working on and building for us before we pull it up?
Briefly, I did this in response to the lumberjack landlord.
Yeah.
He's got to be careful what he asks for. He just might get it.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So, hey, let's bring up what you have to share. So we'll bring this up. Actually, we'll just go right here first. So we're just going to jump right to the new tab. So again, folks, the 52-year spreadsheet is here. You all know and love it. This is a spreadsheet that goes all the way back to 1970 across, gosh, how many different metrics now? We got 25 different economic metrics. We got the misery index, CPI, S&P, just all of these important metrics. You got averages, trends, all of those things. Again, John has gone to the next level for us, but we're going to talk about inventory. And again, just like everything in this spreadsheet, we source the data. It's very, very important for me to always highlight our sources, because argue with the source, don't argue with us. And let's see if we click on this, it comes up. Look at that, technology is working. So this is the site, folks. If you ever wanted economic data, I strongly suggest you go to fred.stlouisfed.org. It's clearly the most economic data, clearly the most housing friendly source. So again, if you're not going there, you are truly missing out. So let's see if we can switch back. Are you still with me? You're seeing what I'm seeing?
I'm seeing just the spreadsheet.
Okay, cool.
We didn't see the web page.
Oh, you didn't see the web page. Ah,
no.
See, I knew the technology wouldn't work. All right, so let me try that again.
Yeah, technology is such that with computers, the faster you want it, the slower it's going to go.
Yeah, so let me do, because if I do it this way, it will come up. Now you're seeing it.
Yes, there it is.
Yeah, so this is the site one more time right up here, fred.stlouisfed.org. All kinds of economic information, both housing, as you see, has been sourced, but really anything that you want is there. So thank you for that. So let's go back to the spreadsheet, because this is why we are really here. Share. Okay, so now let's go back here. So again, the data is kind of sparse. You've gotten what you could get us, which frankly is enough, because you get us pre-pandemic, which is important. You get us all the way back to July of 2016.
I wish I could get 52 years, but it's just not out there.
Yeah, it's just not, and that's okay. I mean, for us, again, the most important thing for me in this instance is what we were doing before the pandemic. What was the market doing? It was far more balanced. Real estate was going up 3 or 4%, right? That's just where we were. So obviously what I think we should probably jump out to everyone is basically 2019 and before, we were above 1 million units the entire time. It got down as low as 1.1 a couple of times and as high as 1.5 a couple of times, but always above 1 million. And then look what happened. We shut down the country in March of 2020. We get a little blip, and that was the last blip. Down, 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 down. This is crazy. The scale is just straight down. It's not, there hasn't been 1 month up yet. Oh, we got our first month, May of 2021, June up. Oh,
yeah, it has an up and down kind of cycle every year, and the high is always in like May or June.
It's the summer, yeah.
Yeah,
Summer, actually August, I think. Oh, actually, no.
for that year.
Yeah, no, you're right. So it's always the summer, back to the summer season, just being slow. So again, folks, when people talk about housing inventory doubling, and again, we're going to hear them. And frankly, if the numbers double, I'll say them, but just realize where we're coming from. The numbers like April, they could triple and we would be back to where we were kind of pre-pandemic. You know, we can go up 150% and be back where we're, again, when I talk about housing transactions crashing, days on market going up, inventory has to go up, but it has to double. It has to go up 100. It has to go up 200%, John.
I think this might be contributing to the fact that housing is still having high prices because there's just not enough out there.
No, it's absolutely. I mean, the reason you will not see the median house price crash in the United States in 2022 or even go negative, it won't even go negative 1% in 2022, is because of this. And again, housing moves slow. I mean, for example, if you're going to be closing in December, the last month of 2022, you're probably in contract in early November. So people just don't realize that housing moves a lot slower than stocks, NFTs, crypto. You know, if you're looking for any real pricing pressure, you're out to next summer in all reality. Because again, inventory doesn't build that fast. We peak in the summer, which we are now. And yeah, this is just great data to follow. And we'll see this build. I would not be surprised if June, I don't know, 620, a big jump, you know, that'll be a 20% jump. You go from 516 to 620, that's a 20% move. Would not shock me. Even if 650 would not shock me. But at 650, we're still half of where we were pre-pandemic.
And then it's likely to go down again for the rest of the season or the
Yeah.
year.
Yeah. I mean, if the seasonality of this plays out, yeah, it's absolutely. Yeah. And again, folks, if you follow my channel, we talked about the champagne corking, right? When you pop the champagne after rates went up the first time, that's why you see inventory down in February, March. Everybody rushed in. You know, now we're seeing inventory build. So people calling for a price, there are people out there calling for a 30% price drop this summer, which is asinine and stupid because of this information. Again, transactions could fall 30% easily. And that's actually what I'm calling for Tuesday, but not price.
Yeah, the 52-year spreadsheet bears that out.
Yeah. And again, we'll go back there in case nobody's seen it. The worst we ever had was here. We had, you know, a 9% drop, 2009. And that was worst of worst. Housing inventory, or I'm sorry, transactions, which I'm calling for. Like we peaked at 6.5, got down to 4. I think the worst was in the early 80s. Not that I've looked at this spreadsheet 1,000 times. Yeah, so we're basically at 4 million in 78. We went down to 2 million in 82. That's the kind of crash we're going to see.
But the price, home median price nationally went up.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's with rates rising. This is going to blow people's minds. Interest rates went from 8 to 16, John. 8 to 16. And prices went up.
God help us if that happens now.
Oh, wait, yeah, we can't. Yeah, no, that would be bad. Let's just call it right now. That would be bad. But again, while again, for us, in reality, they have doubled, right? The numbers are just different. We started at 3, now we're at 6 or 6.5.
Right.
So we're seeing the impact. And that is why I am confident. And you've heard me say it. Transactions are going to crash 50%. It's because that's what happens in history. If you double the 30-year rate, transactions crash. But these people calling for median home prices to crash don't understand history. They just want it. They want it like, it just has to happen. No, it doesn't.
I agree.
Yeah. Anything else you want to tell people about the 52-year spreadsheet if they haven't seen it before?
No, other than the fact that it's a great tool for learning from the past, what could happen in the future.
Yep.
It's just an indicator of national numbers. It's not everybody's buy box.
Yeah, your buy box may be very different. Your buy box might fall 20%. I have no idea. We are talking national numbers here and national median price. Yes.
Well, lastly, I got a couple of items of humor here for,
Oh, let me stop sharing.
I always like to do stuff like that.
Yeah, let's see it.
All right. So here we go.
Yes, I give up. Take my money. That's funny.
And then, of course, we're going to walk right into something.
Uh-oh. Yes. Yeah, we're going to have a deep, dark recession. There is no question. Yes, I agree with that.
There you go. That's the humor for the week.
Well, John, thank you very much for doing. The fact that you do this on your own with your own time is amazing. The fact that you take feedback or questions from folks like myself or the lumberjack or whatever is just awesome. Thank you for doing what you do. This spreadsheet, again, folks, is free. I include the spreadsheet in the course on Teachable that I have for free, link below. And if, of course, if you're a paid student, it is in the bonus section. Go get it, enjoy it, look at it, challenge yourself. A lot of you believe rising rates has to drop prices. History says that is not true. John, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.